Hello everyone, welcome back to your favorite quizzing channel, Whiz. You're here with your host master Priyadarshan, and I'm here with the answers of yesterday's questions and also five much more interesting and brand new questions for you today. So I hope you're ready. Let's start off with the answers for yesterday's questions and then we will move forward with the five questions for today. Now before I give you the answers, I wanted to remind all of you to write down your answers in the comments below, and also do not forget to hit that bell icon. So on this note, I'll start off with question number 1 for yesterday. So this organization patented this tracking device to keep a tab on workers. All you had to do was tell me the name of the organization. So now the name of the organization is the very famous in fact, the owner of this organization is also the richest man in the world right now. So I think you know where I'm getting at with this. The answer that we are looking for is Amazon. And that brings us to our second question for yesterday. So here it is. He captured or persuaded to surrender over 1,300 Japanese soldiers and civilians during the battles of Saipan and Tinian Islands in 1944 during the World War II. The Japanese soldiers were hiding in a cave and this guy sneaked in. He convinced them that their cave was surrounded, and after everyone was handcuffed, he called for support. He became known as the Pied Piper of Saipan for his heroism on that island. Identify this US Marine soldier. So this was the question, and the answer, well, you should read up about this guy. Well, it takes some amount of guts to pull off what he did. So we all should know the name of this guy, who was not only physically strong but also mentally very smart. The name of this US Marine soldier is Guy Gabaldon. So that was the answer for the second question. Moving on to question number 3 for yesterday, here it is. He is the youngest Indian freedom fighter and martyr, having been killed at the tender age of 12. He was shot by the British police when he refused to ferry them across the Brahmani River on the night of 11th of October 1938 at the Nilaknathpur Ghat, Bhuban, Dhenakal district. So all you had to do is identify this martyr. So we would have read about him in our books, we would have read about him in our history books rather, but not that popular. But he deserves the attention. Just because he did not do something very big, that doesn't mean that he lacked any courage or heroism. The name of this martyr is Sahid Baji Raut. So that was our third question. Moving on to question number 4 for yesterday, here it is. The person in the middle was the founder of a flat sharing company called Flat.to, which was later bought over by Common Floor. Later, he combined with the other two in the picture to set up an entity which is on its way to becoming India's big bet education unicorn after Byju's. So well, anyhow, whenever we talk about anything related to edutainment or education in India after Byju's, or rather almost at the level of Byju's as well, there are only a few names that pop up. So I'm pretty sure if I had asked you even to list 3, definitely this would have been one of that. The academy that they have set up is actually known as An Academy. And that was the answer for the 4th question for yesterday. And that brings us to our last question for yesterday. I'd shown you a very smiling, happy picture of a person. The question was simple: to identify this personality. Well, the person that we are talking about is Anand Kripalu, who is the MD and CEO of Diageo. So that sums up our questions for yesterday. It is time to move on to the 5 questions for today. So I hope you're ready for them. Let's count them down. Here is question number 1. Tom Brown died in 1910, rather tragically, actually at the tender age of 39, after a surgery for cancer. He was replaced by Sir Bernard Patridge, the main cartoonist for the Punch magazine from 1909 to 1945. Which logo which was originally created by Tom Brown, was later handled by Partridge. And well, this logo is an iconic one. We all know about it and we all have definitely seen it. So think a little different, think a little outside the box, you'll get this one. Moving on to question number 2 for today, here it is. The name of which entity is derived from the Latin word for day and the Greek word for world? So the Latin word for day and the Greek word for world. So you need to tell me the name of this entity. And moving on to question number 3 for today, here it is. Which Indian company is the largest tractor manufacturer in the world? Now, when we generally talk about tractors, there is one name which directly comes to mind, and that may not be the right answer. So think a little deeper, and only if you're sure, then go ahead with this guess. So that was our third question. Moving on to question number 4 for today, here it is. The movie Life of Pi has been given 2 awards by the Indian government. So this is not by any film critic or a film association or any film festival. This is given by the Indian government. Now all you need to tell me is for what did they get these 2 awards? So that was question number 4. Moving on to our last question for today. This must be the easiest one of the lot. So I won't give any clues. I'll get right to it. Here is the question. Who is the new face of Revital, the tablet, after Yuvraj Singh? So you need to tell me who is the current brand ambassador of Revital. And that sums up our questions for today and also sums up our answers for yesterday's questions. I hope you enjoyed the answers. I hope you're excited to answer these questions, of course, without Googling. So thank you for watching the video. I will obviously be back tomorrow with the answers for today's questions and 5 more brand new questions. So do stay tuned in to wait for my video. Till then, please stay safe, take care, good night, and keep quizzing.